Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of BTD6. Let's continue with a brand new map at Winter Park. I will do it right now in Impoppable using no monkey knowledge. And yeah, let's go. So I will use Pat for this and also the next gameplay showing the brand new skin. So in Impoppable, just one life, everything is more expensive and the balloons are a little tougher. And that's pretty much Impoppable summed up. So I will start here with the same start I had for like half cash as soon as I had enough cash to do so. So that monkey and sub. And yeah, so that monkey pretty much in the middle of the two roads. First, a little closer to the left than to the right side. So not exactly in the center, but slightly towards the left side. And then the sub and the center of the fountain as close as possible to the top side. And that's pretty much it. So now I will just get the sub 001. So we'll just double the attack speed. And now in half cash I got the sub right away 002. But in this case I will get first a path. So I will place first path once I have enough cash, and then I will start getting the sub. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So very easy start, controlling in this case the first portion of the map, and if some balloons can sneak past, then I can attack them again right before they exit. And yeah, so should be easy, ready to follow, no RNG involved. And yeah, so just waiting to get enough cash to place Pat. So that I can start leveling them up. Remember that in like if you're not using monkey knowledge, heroes level up much slower. So the faster you can place them, the better it is. In strong, Pat as always, and yeah, he's gonna be a good asset because of his level 3 ability. In this case, the sub is too far away, but regardless, later on I will get a ninja, and the ninja will benefit from Pat's level 3, plus the fact that Pat will be able to like pop Bloons, and overall like the stun, the knockback effect on mob class Bloons. It's very nice. So placing Pat pretty much in the same position as it did for half cash, so in the corner. So in that way you can exploit to the maximum his pretty small range. And here sub 002. Here we go. And I will just get the sub 102, so just increasing a little bit the range so that the sub can attack more the top side. And I will also get the Nut Monkey 002. Camera detection, remember, for round 24. But I think that even if I don't get advanced intel, I'm pretty fine. So instead I will place the farm. So we'll start getting some extra cash from the farms. And yeah, so the strategy I will show you in this Impoppable gameplay is not gonna be very like the best strategy. It's gonna be just one strategy that I think in this map works very well, and I will just go with towers that it's been a while since I last used, so yeah, I will just go with the 3 Tower 5 upgrades with the attack shooter. That is gonna be my strategy to survive the last rounds. So there we go, farm placed 100. Here I will just upgrade it to 00. I have Pat that can pop Bloons, and then I have the sub damage. And here we'll just get the farm right away to 0 to start getting more cash from the bananas. But now I can start doing the slaps, so the knockback effect. And yeah, here will just get advanced intel so that now the sub is ready for round 33, so I can pop camo balloons when they enter in range of the Nut Monkey, because the Nut Monkey will have camo detection. And yeah, that's the most important thing right now, so that's why I got advanced intel. And another thing is that I will place also a ninja here in this spot right here. So I will just explain to you. So just place the ninja as close as possible to the top side, and then look here, try to place so that the ninja range cuts in half the angle. See here, the 90 degrees angle, just cut it in half. And of course I will use the ninja as the tower that in this case is closer to Pat, so if I activate Pat's level 3, the ninja will gain 1 extra layer of damage. And I will use mainly the ninja to survive round 40. So we'll just upgrade the ninja 401. And yeah, now also the ninja gives a little bit of range to the sub in the left side, as you can see, so in the intersection. And also it's more camo detection as well, in case I may need it. So yeah, not really getting the bank, but getting some other upgrades just to be 100% sure that round 40 is survivable. Alright, here we go. Most likely here in this round I will just place the in Alchemist just to buff the ninja. Oops. Collecting the bananas as well. Why not? Okay, here. Just oh yeah, I can actually get it the 300. Yeah, why not? And here started the round and getting past level 3 just to do some extra damage, and boom, just like that, round 40 is super easy. Now even if Pat with RNG doesn't proc the slap, so the knockback of the Moab, you should still have enough damage with this level 3 to just survive the round. So don't worry, even if you don't get the slap, you should still be able to survive. So I will start going faster here, and now you can see that the Alchemist is closest to the ninja, of course, that's why I placed it right there. And now after I get it 400, I think it's gonna start buffing. In this case, it's buffing the Duck Monkey. So I will actually sell the Duck Monkey right now because the ninja range. Okay, let me just first though, we'll just place the attack shooters. So the main towers that I will use to do damage in this particular gameplay. So that's 1, that's 2, I will just place 3. So the 3 for the 3 tower power upgrades, and that's pretty much it. So 1, 2, and yeah, 3. And here I will just place the last one just to cover with the left side of the range, just to be able to cover this side. And now I will place the village. Here should be able to cover everything, right? So I will just get attack speed. I can sell now this Duck Monkey. I can get the sub 203, and I'm waiting to have the bank full. So I got the bank midway through round 41, I think it is. So at the end of round 51 I should have it full. Yeah, I will just save some cash in this case, so that when I collect the cash from the bank I can place 2 banks. Right, here we go. So remember, with no monkey knowledge, banks are full at 7k, so if you don't have the monkey knowledge point, bigger banks, they're gonna be full at 7k. And here most likely I will just place one here. You can place these farms in these spots that seem to be touching like obstacles or things around, but you actually can. So yeah, that's better. See here, for example, it seems that I'm touching the bottom side, but I can, so that's better. So that's 2 banks more, so that's a total of 3. So that's nice. Yeah, so now we'll just get this village 220 to have camo detection for every tower in case I may need it in the next rounds. And now the 3 attack shooters, I will get the closest that I place to Pat will be a 205 attack shooter. So I will just start upgrading it just to remember the upgrades. Then this one here in pretty much the middle will be a 520 attack shooter. Instead, this one in the bottom side, the only one in the bottom side, will be the Maelstrom. So 052. I think 050 is still the same, but I will just get it 052. And yeah, so for round 63, so for the ceramic rushes, the only 2 upgrades that you really need if you wanna like be 100% sure that you can survive the rushes is just get the attack shooter 420 and then the 204 attack shooter. So these 2 upgrades are the only ones you really need. The fact that you already have like Pat, you have the Ninja, Alchemist, the sub, it's already more than enough to survive that round. Now normally another tower that I like to place, not only for like ceramic rushes but in general to like to add some damage and to be like to help my towers overall to like pop more bloons, is a 402 boomerang. And yeah, you can see also that the farms are giving actually range. Oh wait, farms are full. My bad. So I started around 63 and the farms were full. Oops. So I think I missed 1 round. I think at the end of round 61, actually the farms were full, so I just wasted 1 round. My bad, I guess. Well, it's not that important because like I will get a ton of cash regardless to be able to get the upgrades that I need. So 6k, so yeah, I can actually just get the boomerang here. Alright, here we go. And you can see that with the boomerang, ceramic rushes are even easier. And also I will get this village 320. So primary training, making these attack shooters and the boomerang as well, that are all primary towers, stronger. More range, pierce, and the projectile speed. And now I got 5 banks so far. And now the next step that I will do, and I will start doing it right now, is I will start placing some druids here, and I will start upgrading them to jungle bounties. So the activated ability, where depending on how many farms you have close to the druid, you're gonna gain more cash. And not to mention the fact that you also have level 3, and that's a vine that is going to entangle up to a ceramic at a time. And yeah, so 041, so giving more range, because in that way you can have more farms around and you can have a better like more cash from the passive, from the activated ability. And yeah, so we'll start using the activated ability as I wait for farms to be full. Once again, for the banks to be full, I will start using these activated abilities and start gaining some extra cash. So then as I placed more and more farms, I can get more and more druids, I can get more and more cash, and that is gonna just exponentially increase the amount of cash I can get. And not to mention the fact that I'm earning cash as well by defeating rounds, so by popping the balloons. Alright, here we go. So that's 2 druids. So we'll start building here another one. And I think here, let me just not mess up the banks timing again. Okay, at the end of this round, so I will not mess it up right now. Alright, so let's collect. I will just get this last druid, and now one thing you can do to exploit the druids right away without really the need to spend a lot of cash is just place farms, because that is going to already increase the passive cash that you get from the druids from the activated ability without really the need to do anything. And yeah, so in this case I will just start placing probably the farms that are the furthest away. I will just get them to banks, but then like I can just place here more farms, and just leaving them 0-0 means that I have more more cash that I can use to place just more farms, and that automatically will increase my druids, the total cash that I can get from my druids. So I will not really place a ton of druids, because otherwise that would give me just too much cash that I will not use anyway. So I will just probably place one more farm here. Alright, probably one here, if I'm not mistaken. That should be in range, and maybe here, but that's gonna be it. So yeah, and now getting the furthest farms, so probably I will just hover my mouse here to collect the bananas from here. So probably like this one I will get to bank, and this one I don't have enough cash, so I can just place more druids here in this case. Oops. Come on. I don't really need right now the amounts of like cash to get any other upgrade, because right now I have more than enough damage to survive until like 80s, around 80s or something like that. So we'll just keep on going through the rounds. I will start getting these druids with activated abilities. You can see that the druids already give to me like 1.7, 2k cash, depending on which one it is, and depending on how many farms it has around. And yeah, here we'll just start placing more and more druids here as I get more cash. Alright, collecting here, getting this, getting this. I can place one more, yes, thank you. Alright. I think I'm good with druids. I don't think I can place any more. And you're gonna be seeing just by activating the druids abilities how much cash I will get, so that for round 80, so just for the Oh My God, I will be able to get a full turf of upgrade out of one of the tuck shooters. I can already get actually I forgot to get the mouse from here in case I need the activated ability, but now I can already get the tag zone, but I will get first at the Inferno Ring. It's just a lot more powerful, and yeah, it's just insane. The amount of cash you get from the druids, it's insane. And this is a very quick way that you can use to just get massive amount of cash without really relying too much on banks, because you can see the banks are like halfway through being full. But I did like 60k cash to get this upgrade. I just did it in like 3 rounds just by using the druids. here I can even get like another turf upgrade, so I go get the other tag shooter. And now for round 90 I will just get a permabrew, because you can see that I just got the village 320, so I cannot get an MIB, but there will not be a problem because I can just get a permabrew, and in that way all my towers will be able to pop lab Bloons, and then by having camo detection I can pop DDTs. So here, well, at the end of this round, without really stopping through the rounds, I will just get I will just collect the cash from the banks here. Here we go, and then I will just get all this to banks. Not that I really need the cash, but just because in that way I will not need to collect the bananas. It's just because of a lazy thing. Alright, so as I said here, permabrew, so 500 alchemist, very nice. Then I will get here the super maelstrom. I will probably never use it, maybe just in round 100, but it's all good. And then here, yeah, it's just about like activating the druids. You can see how much cash I get every time like I activate all the druids. I get about 15k cash, and I don't even have monkey knowledge because otherwise I would have cooldowns shorter, and so I would be able to use to activate the abilities even sooner. So we'll get also here a primary expertise village to increase even further the damage from my primary towers. Okay, so the DTs are almost here, but I got ready the permabrew, so I should have perma-buffed every single tower around the alchemist. So that should be no problem. And I think here, yeah, Pat is pretty behind in terms of levels, so I can actually start spending the cash I'm earning just to level up Pat, to bring him level 20 as fast as possible. That seems a nice idea, just using the cash here. Okay, so I'm collecting here the banks, and I think here I can just level him up level 20 right away. Yeah, and I even have 40k cash to spare, so let's get here the glaive roar as well, why not? And yeah, and that's it. So I can just sell all this. I don't know why I kept it. So here we go. And even by selling, I got a ton of cash back. And here, not that I really need to, but I will just get all the towers that are placed. I will just upgrade them. And here, yeah, Sab, not really upgrading it, but. And that's it. So that was my Impoppable gameplay. As you can see, just by getting a ton of cash, it's like you can place like as many turf upgrades as you want, and so you can really like you can survive the last rounds in many different ways. In this case, I'm just showing you the tech shooter that is pretty strong. This 520 tech shooter, I think it's very strong. And yeah, in combo with like Pat and the other tech shooters and a primary training village is just super good. So here I can just use Pat level 4, the super maelstrom, and that's it. Those already, the Bloons are gone. So I hope you enjoyed, and see ya. Bye bye.